So this is part 2 of our showroom tour, and I'm looking forward to showing you around at some amazing motorcycles we currently hold down at the Bike Specialist. Here we go. So it's not all about the superbikes and Ducatis down the Bike Specialist. We love British bikes as well. CCM, we do really well with CCMs. I'm currently sat on an RAF limited edition, which is one of my personal favourites to come from CCM. This is a 100, they only made 100 of these, and this is number 16 limited edition. And it's a proper bow to the RAF, how they've managed to get the magic of old British motorcycling with a twist of modern, with the carbon and obviously modern to ride, even down to the really cool panniers at the back in like a chocolate brown leather. The attention to detail on this bike is absolutely superb. This particular one next to me, we've just sold. It's actually our 37th one we've invoiced out, CCMs, with its iconic, it's a Foggy limited edition with Carl Fogarty's iconic #1, and the foggy eyes. It's got carbon and Dimag wheels. It looks absolutely superb, and we also do really well with the Ducati monsters as well. So this is the first line. A few bikes I'm going to point out now. Hyperstrada, which is fantastic fun to ride. This particular one's an 1100cc, very exciting with the turning exhaust and everything on. Here we have a Santa Monica limited edition, which is a 750, and I know this one's done extremely low miles, 2,200 kilometers from new, and the bike is completely original. 750 F1, which is also lovely. A Ducati Foggy monster, but it's got the 916 engine in this, extremely rare. They're all numbered, these as well, and it's actually signed on the tank, Carl Fogarty. Now something completely different, well before, ahead of its time, let's say. This is a BMW K1, and super aerodynamics. It's one of those bikes where you love or hate. We've sold quite a few of these, and the collectors love them, especially the BMW collectors. Look at the front of the mudguard on here. They were prone for cracking. This one isn't cracked, and yeah, it's a fabulous piece. Absolutely, I like it, but each their own. And then we do really well with the Nortons. We're known down at the Bike Specialist for selling a hell of a lot of Nortons, and we have a mixture here of the Dominator SS's and the Domi Racers. So you're probably thinking, why is he stood next to a Ducati Scrambler and showing us around on the showroom tour? Well, this particular one is from the film No Time to Die, the James Bond film. Big Bond fan myself, and this particular bike has got all the providence with it as well. It's got quite a lot of damage on it. It's got a cracked yoke. It's got damage on the engine casings, and I don't know if you can see, but both wheels are bottled as well, and there's battle scars all over it where it's been used and jumped and everything else. But for the ultimate Bond fan, wow, to have this in somebody's collection is a really cool piece. Our next lineup, we have a beautiful Honda VF1000 LC350, finished in Mars bar colours, absolute concourse restoration. Suzuki X7 RD350, one of the very originals. And it's got a lovely patina to it, this bike. Sounds absolutely wonderful as well. Another RD LC finished in candy blue. Suzuki S2 250, concourse bike again. Kawasaki H2, the big bore 2-stroke, quite scary to ride these, they really are. Awesome bit of kit. GP Z750 Turbo, we've got 2 of these, both absolutely lovely. Kawasaki Z750. We've got a pair of Yamahas, MT10 this one, and a BMW R9T, which are again a fabulous bike. This particular one has had a lot of money spent on it, and it looks absolutely stunning in the motorsport colours, carbon fibre. It's got the Akrapovic exhaust on, it's got loads of nice extras on this bike, it looks superb. And the latest and the greatest to come from BMW, the S1000 RR. Big BMW fan, and these are absolutely fabulous to ride. And the ultimate in this lineup, in my opinion, is the M1000 RR limited edition, and it looks absolutely incredible. This particular bike has got the competition pack on it as well. And for this particular lineup, I'm going to call them the Neo Classics. because they're not quite classics, but they're nearly there. Starting off with this beautiful 1999 R1 carburettor model. These seem to be really fetching a demand at the moment, and we did a recent review on Bike World with the R1 and the Blade. Yamaha and Honda's big sellers, what really put them on the map are these two bikes. And yeah, absolutely brilliant. This particular one here is the little Pocket Rocket, my first ever bike, a little NC30, which everyone calls them the baby RC30. This one's finished in the Rothmans livery. It looks awesome, it really does. Fireblade, all different models of the Fireblade. This particular one's a 2001, stunning, all in lovely condition. Another R1 99 model. Suzuki 750 SP, SP meaning sport production, very rare, flat side carbs on this. And then for something completely different is a Suzuki GSX-R 1100, but it's had some tasteful bits put on this, the Vance & Hines exhaust, the stretched swinging arm, but it looks really cool and it sounds awesome, especially with the Vance & Hines. A 750 GSX-R, again, lovely condition, very low mileage. RC8 1190 KTM. I've not ridden one of these yet, but people say they do ride absolutely fantastic, so definitely going to get a ride out on one of these this year. Benelli Tornado. When they first came out, these bikes, they were not particularly well loved, well received, let's say, but they've gone really desirable again, and I love the back here with the fans and the crazy shaped fuel tank. It's just a really, really nice looking bike, and super low mileage again. NS400R, Suzuki and Yamaha. So Suzuki had the RG500, Yamaha had the RD500, and Honda did theirs, which was called the NS400, and it's a triple two-stroke and finished in Spencer colours. Great fun to ride, and they sound awesome. They really do. This has got the DEP exhaust system, DEP meaning Derek Elwell Performance Pipes, so it sounds awesome. This one is very special. This is a CB 1100R. They only made 1,050 of these worldwide. This particular bike has only done 7,600 miles, and it is a thing of absolute beauty. It's a big bike, it really is, and fabulous and very, very rare. One for the collector, this particular one. And a 754 Phil Reed rep. A lot of the Honda collectors like to have a Phil Reed rep. He was absolutely a legend, Phil Reed, and this is a replica of his bike, and again, in this condition, it's quite hard to find. We love rare motorcycles down the Bike Specialist, and this is the first MT-01 SP we've ever had through our hands. SP meaning sport production, and it's got loads of carbon fibre on this bike, and it's got Olin suspension. Everything is stunning on this, it really is. You can actually have that much torque, these bikes. You can set off from a standstill in 5th gear. That's how much power and torque this particular bike has. 1,200 miles, that's all this bike's done, and it's got the Akrapovic full titanium system, which is standard on the SP, and it sounds absolutely fabulous. So Yamaha in 1991 wanted to introduce a muscle bike, and they came up with the Yamaha VMAX, which is an earlier model to this one, and it was awesome, absolutely awesome, in a straight line. People were tuning them up to like 140, 150 brake horsepower, and they were the original muscle bikes of the 90s. And then they've come up with a new model. So they were a 1200cc, and this new model here is 1700cc. This particular bike has only done 400 miles from new, and one owner, UK supplied, and it is absolutely factory fresh. It's beautiful. I have to say, I am a fan of these. I think they're really cool, and I love the history about them. I mean, you've got to remember the 31 years the VMAX has been going for, so a very successful bike to Yamaha. All our bikes down at the Bike Specialist are all handpicked by ourselves. We're bike enthusiasts, so we know what we're looking for when we're dealing in these beautiful machines. All the bikes as well, we can finance to tailor your needs. So if you're fancying a 1960s Triumph and you think you can't get finance on it, we can tailor a package to suit your needs. None of our bikes are from auctions, and also we don't buy Japanese grey imports, so all our mileages on our bike can be proven. So if you're wanting the ultimate bike and the ultimate experience, buy from ourselves, because you can have the confidence to do so. So for our last lineup of the showroom tour, let me point this one out. This is called the Norvin. So it's a Norton frame with a Vincent engine in, hence Norvin, which is absolutely beautiful, this bike. 1000cc Vincent engine. This is like the original R1 of its day. 961 Commando, we sell a lot of Nortons. And Triumph Thunderbird, I do love the names of the old British bikes, like the BSA Rocket, the Triumph Hurricane, also the Bonneville. They're just super cool names. Yeah, I always like to use the correct colours on the adverts, and the other day we did a BSA Rocket and the colour was flamboyant blue, which I thought was brilliant. Here we have two stunning new Triumph Scramblers 1200cc. This one's an XC model, and this one is the rarer version, which is called a Steve McQueen, which looks super cool. Actually ran one of those for about 6 months last year, really enjoyed it, great fun bike. Carl Fogarty X race bike. This is something extremely special. I have all the providence with this. I've even got videos of Carl actually riding this bike. Sadly, he broke his leg on this particular bike. He won the first round at very wet Mallory Park, and then crashed out at Silverstone on this particular bike. But like I said, I've got all the proofs, and it's just something, a piece of history. I mean, you've got to bear in mind as well, Carl would have been in his early 20s when he was racing this bike, and look how well he's become massively. We love adventure bikes down at the Bike Specialist, something I'm very passionate about, adventure bikes, and we're going to really be getting into adventure bikes this year. So we're going to hopefully be carrying about 30-35 adventure bikes. We've got a beautiful GS 1100, completely original, super low mileage. We've got a Globebuster Triumph here. We've got a GS 1200. We've got a BMW XR 1000. This particular bike has only done 1,300 miles and has the carbon pack as well. And then behind me here, which has just come into stock this morning, something very unusual, is another GS 1100, but this particular bike is a 1999 UK supplied, one owner, 4,464 miles. And it's got the original panniers with it, and everything on this bike is completely original. Just an unusual find, and I do love the colour combo as well. So I do hope you've enjoyed the second part of our showroom tour. It's something I really enjoy, walking around the bikes and showing all like-minded people the passion we have for motorcycles as well as yourselves. Please like and subscribe our videos, because we do appreciate you being involved with us. We've got some amazing things happening this year. We've got more dream rides. We've got some incredible bikes that we're going to be riding, and we've got shows, ride outs. We're going to do it all this year. And like I said, we want you to be part of the ride with us.